I walked up from the car because this is a good area along here where I've had some George coins before, and I'm right by the house, as you can see. My first hole, and that's about 12 inches deep, and I've got a baby crotal bell, and it looks complete, although the tinkler has rusted inside, look, so it might not be a tinkler. But then again, it could be. But that's a baby crotal bell, look, and it's complete. Although it has been bashed a bit there, look, it's a bit out of shape. I found just up there, probably where my finger is about now, there, I found a much bigger one of these, and that was complete, and that was about 14 inches deep. So I reckon this weather's done good. I'm going to see what else I can find. Yeah, baby. Well, my next 3 targets were all bits of iron, rusty iron. That was where I had the crotal bell. I had 2 bits of iron there, I had 1 bit of iron there, and I've walked up. I've got another hole, a bit deeper this time, about 14 inches this one, look. That goes way down there. What have I got? I've got another crotal bell. This one's got a small chunk out of it, look. It's got a bit of a gaping wound. But other than that, that is a cracking crotal bell. Patterned as well, look. I'll show you a picture of all 3 of these crotal bells. The one I found, which was in this sort of area. I found that quite a while ago. That was about this depth. But this is smaller than that big one I found. Wow. It's working. This wet ground is doing a lot better. So let's crack on and see what else we can find. Next, please. Well, this is turning into quite an interesting hole, this one, guys. This end of the garden, you know, we've got the big trees there, look, the monster trees, and the house is just up here. In this area, I know from old photographs and one old painting that there were 2 big trees, and one of them was about here. Or we're on the outskirts of it. It might have been sort of that area there, and we're just to one side of it. But in this hole, I found out what the target was, by the way. It was a rusty old iron buckle, look. But I've also dug out all this. Now we've got a right mixture here. We've got pipe stem from an old clay pipe. I don't know if there's any markings on it. There might be. But there might be. We'll have a look later. I've got all these oyster shells, loads of them, and there's still more down in the hole. And that nice piece of luster glass that I found an even bigger piece, but it looks like I caught it. But I found an even bigger piece. Also found some other bits of pot and tile, and a bit of glazed earthenware there. And that looks like a rib bone of something. Let's hope it's not a man, it's about the right size, so it's probably a sheep. Or a pig. Anyway, yeah, we have a nice hole here. So I think that this was a bit of a rubbish dump, and when they took the tree down and had the roots out, they filled it in, and they filled it in with rubbish from the house to start with. Anyway, I'm enjoying it today. I always do though. Let's crack on, see what else we can find. Yep. Well, I've got another hole. I walked up this way, and now I've started coming back again. And this area just here is where where I think there's a bit of a midden, and I'm going to ask the owner if we can dig a big square hole there and see what we can find in it. Anyway, I've got another hole here, as you would expect, and it's another deep one. Can you see that shape down there? I wonder what it is. It's crotal bell number 3. Would you Adam and Eve it, eh? Well, apart from the 3 crotal bells, I didn't really have anything else in the off the lawns there. It was all rubbish. So I'm out in the field now, and I've just come across my first coin, and it's a Vicky halfpenny, 1896. It's amazing how one side can be really good like that, and the other side is buggered. Look at that. Eh? Amazing. First coin, Vicky. Well, another hole, boys, girls. I've got a little badge of sorts, but it seems to have had like the keel bashed into it. Look, see it? Like got a keel bashed into it, but it says where that's chopped out. It's chopped some of the name out. I think it says spittle something. C&A Ivory registered, and then something else at the bottom. Market. MKT. I assume that's market. Spittlefields. C&A Ivory. We'll clean it up, see what it says properly. It definitely says Spittlefields, C&A Ivory. I'm running a bit short on memory on my phone because I forgot my camera. So I'm using my phone. Thought I'd do a quickie here because I've got 4 finds. Look, I've got a pistol ball, I've got 2 buckles, and I've got this that looks like a handle of something. Could be off a fireside set, something like that. And 4 bits of rubbish. 2 lead, 1 copper, 1 aluminium. That's it. Right. See you in a bit. A bientôt, mes amis. Well, I did find a couple of more good bits till it started raining. But in amongst all the tons and tons of lead and other bits that I've had, there might be something on that, so I'm going to have a look at that later. But I suppose these are the interesting, if you can call them interesting. This is really heavy. It feels like part of a bell. And it's got the right sort of profile as well to mind you the bottom's wrong. Oh well, got a funny looking bit of a key. This is a nice find, look. Lucas. I do believe that is for adjusting the points on a Lucas distributor. And I'll show you again, there it is. That's the beast, that's the Lucas one, and that's a feeler gauge and a points adjuster for a Lucas distributor, old fashioned type of thing. You've seen my previous videos here, you'll know that I've been finding this pewter, silver pewter tray. I've got 2 more bits of it there, that funny key there, and there might be something on that, so we'll have a look later. And the rest of it was rubbish. Well, you should all know how much I love this warty old tree. Well, it seems to be shedding all its bark, look like it's molting. Like it's a snake swapping its skin. Yeah, have a look up there, look, see? See those bare branches, look. Lots of them. Oh, but look at that wonderful mould on the tree. Hey, bright yellow it is, look. Wow. I've hardly any memory left, so I've got to do this quick. Look at that, there's a big key down here. Look at that, big rusty old key, and I think it's complete because it's got both ends. I'll get it and we'll have a look. It's a monster, this key. Look at that next to my toothbrush, that's huge. Look at that in my hand. Oh my word. Oh dear, I don't know what to say. Big old rusty key. I'm going to go and try it in the front door. There's a nice front door over there, big old one. I'll go and see. Well, this is the door I was on about. It's a massive big old door, well carved, but look, there's no keyhole. So they must have just bolted it from the inside when they were in. Spittlefields Market was granted a charter by Charles II in 1682, and it was largely rebuilt by Robert Horner in the 1890s. He sold the lease to the market to the City of London Corporation in 1920, and they extended it considerably. The market itself moved to a new site outside Tower Hamlets in 1991, and most of the 20th century buildings have now been demolished, although the Horner building itself survives and is the venue for a very busy Sunday market. The market dealt in vegetables, fruit and flowers. Over the years, thousands of traders must have operated from Spittlefields, and there are many tokens recorded. Denominations range from 2 old pennies to £10 in a variety of metals and shapes. Almost all of these tokens were made in London, primarily by the firm of Robert Neal and his successors. There were 2 markets in Tower Hamlets that used the tokens, Columbia Market and Spittlefields. The tokens themselves were in use from about 1850 right through to 1960 and could be made of brass, copper, zinc or copper nickel. In the 1800s they were mostly 6pence and shillings.